Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do rule and teach well in this truth. And shalom to all the brothers out there that are pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. Whether you be a Great Millstone or you're pushing this word, the correct doctrine, fully. Shalom. Slakia. I just want to bring this out real quick. If you want to know my current situation, I just got kicked out of my home for actually being in this truth. It was presented to me that what I'm doing is unsafe, and that I'm a part of a group that's on a watch list terrorist group or organization. But a little known fact to these 2/3 out there is that it doesn't matter whether you're part of an Israelite group, or as they would label us, a so-called black, I can't stand that word, but a black identity extremist group. It doesn't matter what alliances you have. You could even be a part of a white supremacist group, an Uncle Ruckus. But as long as they consider you so-called black, so-called Native American, and so-called Latinos, whether it be Mexican or Honduran, you were considered the enemy. It doesn't matter what affiliations you have. But the fact that our own people are willing to sell us out to the enemy, that being these heathens, starting with Esau, Edom, and usually it starts within your own family. That's the worst part. The fact that they're willing to sell you out just goes to show you that the scriptures are living. Well, I just want to get this from the book of Matthew, chapter 10, real quick. This is verse 32, but I'm gonna read down to 37. That'll get a lot of meat on this. It says, Matthew 10 and 32, "Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven." So we're not worried about these fleshly dwellings that we inhabit on this earth. This is a spiritual matter. Right now we are in a spiritual war, and if you're overtaken by the flesh, you already lost. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. And this is one of my favorite scriptures right here. And it's out of the book of Romans, the 8th chapter. There's actually a few sets, but I'm going to get straight to the point. This is Romans 8 and 5, and I'll read down to verse 7. It says, "For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. For to be carnally minded, so to be mindful of the flesh, is death. But to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of power, neither indeed can be." So it's saying to only think about your flesh. "Oh, I'm hungry, I can't fast, I have to eat. Oh, I gotta go without water. Oh, you're telling me they're gonna torture me? Oh, I could die." All these carnal thoughts is going to bring you closer and closer to the thing that you don't want, which is death. If you truly seek life, be spiritually minded. It's as simple as it is written. But you got our people out there thinking that, oh, maybe if I just take this drug and I exercise this way, and yes, you have to treat your body right, but that's not the answer. If you treat your body right and your spirit wrong, you're going to end up losing in the long run or the short run. You're going to end up losing regardless. Because like I said, to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. And if you're thinking of the spirit, then it will show forth through the flesh, and that's what carnal people don't understand. That lack of understanding is what brings them toward the death that they so run away from. Because if you're truly spiritual, you follow after the law, statutes, and commandments that were given forth unto you. And I'm speaking only to the Israelites right now, because it wasn't given to any other nation. whether it be Moab, Elam, especially Esau, Edom. But if you Israelites were to truly follow after every law, statute, and commandment that was written in that Bible, you would truly live. You wouldn't have to ask, what's the meaning of life? Because you would have it. You'd be living it. But getting back in the book of Matthew, chapter 10, I think it was at verse 33. Yeah, it says, but whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. So if you want to cop out of this truth just because, I'm catching some affliction, they locked me up in jail, I lost my job, I got kicked out of my house, man, I just can't do this anymore. It wasn't meant for you. If you want to deny Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, first if you want to deny Yahweh Shai, because you got those Old Testament only cats out there, Yahweh's the only Savior, which is true, but who is he going to save through? That's when we say Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Understanding that name. It is Yahweh saving us through his son Yahweh Shai. But don't get it twisted, Yahweh Shai is a big part of our salvation. So if you want to deny Yahweh Shai, he'll deny you before the Father. You'll be looking at the chariots, all right, but you'll be getting a ground eye view as they beam up those that are worthy, that were chosen. And you sit there and get your judgment. Verse 34, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. And this is one of my favorite scriptures. You know why? Because out there right now, you got the Christian, the Catholic Church preaching that, the second coming of Jesus is going to be heaven on earth. And then everybody depicts it as a so-called white man. I'm just going to call him as an Edomite coming down on the cloud with it like this, which is goes back to another God. It goes way deeper than just an image of him painting like this. Coming down like that, and then everybody just gets all love and joy. But like the scripture said, these are the words of Yahweh Shai. That's why I got it up in the red letter on this app, just to let you know that this come out of his mouth. It says, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. So when he comes back, he's not bringing back peace. So I came not to send peace. And see, these aren't our words. It's not my words. I'm just a vessel. And I thank Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai every day that I'm being allowed to give this word out properly, of course, because if you sing this song out of tune, you'll be taking out the choir with a quickness. But it says, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. Oh, but a sword, he's gonna cut all the tension and all that. Come on now. That's plain and simple. He says, I came not to send peace, but a sword, destruction. This place is going to be utterly destroyed. And if you want to hold on to it for whatever reason you have, then hold on to it. I hope, just like in the movie, what was it? Terminator Judgment Day. You're like Sarah Connor, just clinging onto that fence. That's going to be you 2/3. I don't even care about the fucking heathen. Salakia for my language. But that's going to be you 2/3. Clinging on to whatever thought of freedom you had in society. As the Most High surely shows you who's in power. Who's got all this in check. It says, verse 35, for I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. Plain and simple. Your own family. And if that doesn't hit home, then or if you haven't experienced it yet, don't be surprised when it happens. Don't be surprised when it's your mother, your father, your uncle, your brother, your sister, or somebody that you thought was your family, your flesh and blood. But as Yahweh Shai said, and actually let me get this as a part in scripture. Let's see here. Brothers. It's in the Gospels. Let me see here, Slakia. Let's see, I'll do like this: mother, father, and New Testament. Slakia. Let's see here. So Mary. Or there it is. I know it's Terry. Here we go. It's in the book of Luke. Slakia. No, that's not it. I know the Agim know what scripture I was going for, but it was the one speaking of the ones that are with you in this truth. Those are your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, specifically. But through the Spirit, I think that's a wrap on this video. But I want to say, call hello Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Bakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone who do rule and teach more on this truth. And shalom out to all the brothers out there that are pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. Endure. Stay strong. Let nobody take your crown. And don't give it up. Shalom.